Governor Soludo calls on Nigerians to uphold Zeke's legacies. COOU, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Chukwu University holds memorial lecture. INEC declares Ayedatiwa winner of Ondo governorship election. United States of America reports first case of emerging Mpox strain. Good evening, and glad to have you on the news tonight. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has called on the Nigerian nation and the entire African continent to join efforts to enthrone through democratic, secured, prosperous, and united nations and continent where the rights of the people are protected and meaningful opportunities provided for the teeming youths, as advocated by late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe while alive. The governor made a call during the 13th edition of the Zeke Annual Lecture Series held at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo has the details.
Governor Soludo, represented by his deputy, Dr. Onyekachukwu Bezin, while acknowledging the numerous efforts and sacrifices made by the late Dr. Azikiwe for the betterment of Nigeria and Africa at large, harped on the need for leaders at all levels in Africa to devise means of making most of the dreams of the late icon a reality.
So many stories told about Nnamdi Azikiwe, and I think those stories are now true because he's even greater in death than when he was alive. We are keying in into the vision of this great man.
Earlier in a speech, the chairman on the occasion and governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, maintained that the legacies of late Dr. Azikiwe are unforgettable to Africans and the world in general, as he, throughout his lifetime, fought for the emancipation of the people of Africa, encouraging leaders to learn from the selfless services to humanity.
His life philosophies till today they still resonate as the path to tread in bringing succor to many Africans' challenges.
Political career was not without its setbacks. He faced opposition, betrayal, and even physical threats. Yet, Zeke remained committed to his cause, believing that Nigeria's freedom was essential for the emancipation of the rest of Africa.
From Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
The former special representative of United Nations Secretary General, Dr. Mohamed Chambo, has called on African leaders to emulate the sacrificial life of the first president of Nigeria, late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, to keep his legacy alive and fast-track the development of African nations. Dr. Chambers made a call during the 13th Sixth Annual Lecture Series held at Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe University Awka, themed Zeke's legacies and the rising social movements in Africa, rethinking regional integration in Africa. Correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelim has the details.
The former President, Economic Community of West African States, and the guest lecturer described Dr. Azikiwe as a detribalized African who played major roles for the liberation of Nigeria and many African countries from colonialism.
His upbringing was shaped by his colonial context, one that he spent a lifetime dismantling through the power of ideas, activism, and leadership.
On his part, the benefactor of Zeke's lecture series, Senator Ben Obi, explained that the event is a way of keeping Dr. Azikiwe's legacies alive, saying that he was a great leader and teacher who mentored many leaders.
We are proud of the tremendous success achieved so far, doing what the late Zeke of Africa will be proud of. Setting a platform for robust academic discussion.
What Nnamdi Azikiwe did, not just for Nigeria, not just for West Africa, but for Africa. And that brings about the Zeke of Africa. So we appreciate the entire university, Southeast, Anambra, all of us, and Nigeria as a whole.
In Awka, Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo says the late Dim Chukwemeka Odumegwu, other heroes past, are people who sowed the seed of progressivism and pointed out that the Igbo man excels because he utilizes his knowledge. The governor stated this at the third Chukwemeka Odumegwu Memorial Lecture held at the ETF Auditorium of Chukwemeka Odumegwu University, Iwariam Campus. ABS Education Correspondent Queen Animogu has the details.
The governor, represented by his deputy, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, said, while Nigerians celebrate their heroes past, let everyone reflect and think back on the devastating effects of violence, saying it is only when they come together that they can actualize their dreams as a people.
These are the people who sowed the seed of progressivism. This is Anambra State, a state of great people.
Our hero, Dim Chukwemeka, whose name we may these intellectual founders, according to them, for us be a point of contact as we work towards completing this university.
We need a federal university here. No, we don't need to build a university so that we will say the Anambra University. No, we will build a university to reflect the image, the quality, and the personality of people that are born in Anambra State.
I think we need some level of understanding. And I want people leaders to stand up in occasion. You need to be united, you need leadership.
Queen Anibogu reporting for ABS News.
JDM Global Foundation Incorporated has given scholarship to pupils, donated learning materials to schools in an effort to encourage education of young ones for a brighter future for them. JDM Global Foundation is a non-governmental organization dedicated to empowering young ones through scholarship and donation of the educational materials to schools and economic uplifting of individuals. Correspondent Kenechukwu Chukwudi tells us more.
In her remark during the event, the head of the foundation, Chief Mrs. Jennifer Madubuku, based in the United States of America but represented by the organization secretary, Venerable Okechukwu Ifeonu, believes every child should have access to quality education, not minding their background, as education is the bedrock for growth against poverty.
This mission goes to the heart of who we are as an organization, and it shapes everything we do. We believe that education is not a privilege for a few, but a right for all.
This is a corporate social responsibility going on, and it is good because these pupils now in it is always good that the institution that nurtured you, you don't have to destroy it.
I encourage you to keep it up because it's a good thing, especially in our country, Nigeria, where we have a lot of problems in our educational system.
It's very, very beneficial to them because some of them now we go to school and write. Many of them don't write because they don't have the writing materials. So it is of great importance to these peoples.
From Oto, Nnewi South Council area, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa of the All Progressives Congress, APC, as the winner of the Saturday's governorship election in Ondo State. Ayedatiwa was declared winner after polling the highest number of votes in the election. The incumbent governor battled Ajayi Agbola of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Olorunfemi Festus of the Labour Party, LP, and Abbas Mimiko of Zenith Labour Party, ZLP, among others, in Saturday's poll. Announcing the result in Akure, the state capital, INEC's returning officer and vice chancellor of Federal University Lokoja, Professor Akinwumi Olayemi Durotimi, said Ayedatiwa polled a total of 3 million votes, while Ajayi got above 1 million, and while LP had 1,162,000 votes. California has reported the first U.S. case of Mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, that is part of a new outbreak. State Department of Health, the CDPH, said the new case was from the Clade 1 strain, different from the Clade 2 strain that has been in circulation in the U.S. since 2022. The person in question, who is now isolating at home, had recently traveled to Africa, and the CDPH said their case was related to the outgoing outbreak of clade 1 mpox in Central and Eastern Africa. Mpox was I take that story again. California has reported the first U.S. case of mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, that is part of a new outbreak. U.S. State Department of Health, the CDPH, said the new case was from the clade 1 strain, different from the clade 2 strain that has been in circulation in the U.S. since 2022. The person in question, who is now isolating at home, had recently traveled to Africa, and the CDPH said their case was one related to the ongoing outbreak of clade 1 mpox in Central and Eastern Africa. Mpox was declared a global health emergency by the World Health Organization earlier this year. In our sports, Edo Queens have claimed a whopping sum of 500 million naira for reaching the semi-finals of the CAF Women's Champions League. Nigeria Women Football League, NWFL champions defeated South Africa's Mamelodi Sundowns 2-1 on Saturday. Edo Queens finished top of Group B with 7 points from 3 games. Egyptian side FC Massa finished as runners-up in the group. Moses Aduko's side will face TP Mazembe of Congo Democratic Republic in the semi-finals. Host AS FAR and FC Massa will clash in the other last 4 tie. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television, or on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go. Governor Soludo has called on Nigerians to uphold 6 legacies. COOU has held 3rd Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Memorial Lecture. INEC has declared Ayeda Tiwa winner of Ondo governorship election. And on the foreign scene, United States of America has reported first case of emerging mpox strain. And that does it on the news for tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enojake. Good night and stay blessed.